the crossbar. And they're trying to deflect off and goes in.
Switch to left field and down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils.
On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Hunterdon Central Boys Lacrosse Senior and Youth Night. Years of late nights, early mornings, long drives, and endless practices and games in all kinds of weather have led these young men to this point in time, where we honor our graduating seniors and their families for their steadfast commitment to the sport of lacrosse. So let's recognize this year's 2024 senior class. And we will begin with number 4, defensive player Evan Amato. Evan is accompanied by his parents Jen and Ryan Amato. Next year, Evan will be attending Nova Southeastern University, where he'll be majoring in marine biology. And his favorite lacrosse memory is playing JV with Coach Kornicki. And our next player is number 6, defensive player Max Simons. And Max is accompanied onto the field by his parents, Donna and John Simons. Next year, in the fall, Max will be attending University of South Carolina, where he'll be majoring in sports management. Max's favorite lacrosse memory, beating Somerville his junior year. And And next up, we have senior number 12 attackman Liam Manzel. Liam is accompanied by his mom, Sean Manzel. Next year, Liam will be going to college and is undecided on which college he will attend. And his favorite lacrosse memory, watching our varsity team beat Ridgewood for the sectional championship. Let's give it up for Liam Manzel. And next we have number 13, midfield, Decker McNally. And Decker is accompanied by his parents, Denise and Robert McNally. And he will be attending Pace University, playing football and majoring in finance. Decker's favorite lacrosse memory is watching the 2021 team win the state championship. Let's give it up for Decker McNally. Next, we have number 14, defense, John Flynn. And he will be accompanied by his parents, Lynn and Gary Flynn. Next year, John plans to attend and play lacrosse at Stevens Institute of Technology. And his favorite lacrosse memory is beating Bridgewater in overtime on their community night. Let's give it up for John Flynn. Next, we have number 15, midfield, Ben Critelli. Ben is accompanied by his parents, Jennifer and Paul Critelli. Next year, Ben will be attending Raritan Valley Community College. And his favorite lacrosse memory is goalie wars in the locker room before the games. Let's give it up for Ben Critelli. Next, we have number 18, attack, Griffin Meyer. And Griffin is accompanied by his parents, Deirdre and Andrew Meyer. Next year, Griff plans on attending college to study business. Griffin's favorite lacrosse memory is being in the locker room or on the bus after the win. Let's give it up for Griffin Meyer. And next we have number 20, goalie Rob Turnbull. Rob is accompanied by his parents, Michelle and Bruce Turnbull. Next year, Rob will be attending Fairfield University to play ice hockey and club lacrosse. Rob's favorite lacrosse memory is playing basketball in the locker room with the guys before practices or games. Let's give it up for Rob Turnbull. And next, it's number 22, midfield, Joe Duffy. Joe is accompanied by his parents, Liz and Jim Duffy. Next year, Joe is attending Colby College. And his favorite lacrosse memory is the rain/thunderstorm game against Easton his sophomore year. Let's give it up for Joe Duffy. Next, we have number 26, goalie Eddie Shin. Accompanied by his parents, Anna and Eddie Shin. Next year, Eddie will be attending Hartwick College and playing lacrosse. And his favorite lacrosse memory is his sophomore year JV Goon Squad. Let's give it up for number 26, Eddie Shin. And next we have number 31, defense, Mateo Brito. Accompanied by his mom, Victoria Brito, and his brother, Vincent. Next year, Mateo is attending Fairleigh Dickinson University to play football and will be majoring in communications. And his favorite lacrosse memory is talking to Coach Bill. Let's give it up to number 31, Mateo Brito. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our senior celebration. Please remember that these talented young men will be signing lacrosse balls and posters after the game. And you can purchase these items, as well as HC lacrosse swag, pizza, and candy at the north end of the grandstands. And at this time, we would also like to recognize the many coaches, parents, and volunteers in the crowd tonight who have supported these players through their lacrosse journey. Know that your contributions have played a part in their experience and made them a stronger athlete and a well-rounded person. And last, we would be remiss if we didn't recognize that behind every great lacrosse team, such as this, is a dedicated, hard-working, and strategic group of coaches. We are so fortunate to have coaches who care not only about the sport of lacrosse, but also teaching these athletes life lessons that they can bring into the real world. Thank you for your expertise, your drive, and your leadership. And lastly, we would like to thank our Youth Devils lacrosse program for their ongoing support in the development of Hunterdon Central's lacrosse players. Supporting and cheering our varsity team on from the sidelines is the 7th and 8th grade teams. And as they assemble one last time for a photo, let's give it up to our 2024 Hunterdon Central Boys Lacrosse Seniors.
Welcome to HCTV. Tyler Rodriguez here, live from Stewart Field, alongside Brad Romano, here for a very special broadcast of Hunterdon Central Boys Varsity Lacrosse. Not only is it senior night, but youth night here as well. A chance for the youth to see the seniors here and the rest of the Red Devil squad as well. Try to bounce back from a rough stretch, it has to be said, Brad, from this Hunterdon Central boys lacrosse team, who has really struggled in terms of the talent they've lost. But still, though, time to turn it around, Brad. What are you expecting to see today?
Yeah, they got an easier opponent today against Hillsboro. Like you said, this team has been struggling this year, and it's very rare for Hunterdon Central Lacrosse to struggle, but pretty much their entire offense is gone. Guys like Sean Crater and Trevor Fish really had a huge impact on this team, and because their whole offense is pretty new, outside of a couple of players, it's hard to develop chemistry overall, so that's why they really just had this rough start.
Please rise as we honor America and the singing of our national anthem by Copper Hill Elementary student Jordan Spencer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we are back here on HCTV. Like Tyler was saying, it is senior night for the Hunterdon Central Boys Lacrosse, also youth night, as they are taking on Hillsboro. And as you were saying, Tyler, this Hunterdon Central team has struggled this season because it's really a whole new team all around, especially on offense. And when you have a new team, you have to develop a lot of chemistry, and that's really been the problem, because with these good teams that they're facing, the talent skill just isn't there yet. But now we've seen them improve a little bit. Against Watchung Hills, they show potential on offense, but the problem is they are staying on defense for most of the entire game. However, with an opponent like Hillsboro, who's around the same skill level as them as we speak, they could get a good win tonight.
Certainly can, Brad. We'll have to watch out, though. When in the face-off department, that's one place where they've really struggled, and, it's just difficult face-offs. It's a very skill specific to lacrosse, a very, 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 kind of finite skill that is difficult and it's crucial. And the Red Devils just have not been able to find their face-off man since Sean Crater has left. When you have someone like that with a face-off percentage of 80%, they're gonna struggle. And we saw against Watchung Hills, they've struggled in face-offs. But tonight, though, if they can control the face-off circle, then they can control the possession, and in doing so, control the game. But we haven't seen them do it, Brad.
Yeah, I agree. These face-offs have been a huge problem for Hunterdon Central, and it's not even just that. It's really just simple mistakes that they're making. They've had, especially against Watchung Hills, they had so many times where, they would force a turnover, and the ball was right there. You just got to grab it and pick it up, but they just couldn't. It's these simple mistakes that are costing Central big time. And if they can fix the most simple mistakes, that can lead to the biggest uprise for Hunterdon Central. So I think today they just got to improve on the face-offs if they can, and if they can get on offense more often. Those two things right there are big in this game. And with an easier game in Hillsboro tonight, I expect that improving.
Yep, so we'll see Rawlings again from the face-off circle. He was called a lot against Watchung Hills for holding the head down of the Watchung Hills face-off player. Let's see how he does today. Looks like he's in control there. Smith coming to help him out, but yet again, Red Devils lose another face-off to start this one off, and that's Hillsboro in their attacking zone with Nick Santa Barbara.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's those simple mistakes. They had the face-off one, and then the ball just gets lost. Hillsboro picks it right back up. Not the start you want if you're the Red Devils.
See what they can do defensively. Have not been bad defensively, just as Brad's saying, a lot of time spent on defense, and when that happens, goals are inevitable. Oh, inside there. Turnbull got his stick on it there. It was a good play from the Red Devils. There was Lorcan Hawes inside there, and now Hillsboro can work it around. Again, inside was Hawes, as I said there. Now they'll work it to the right side. And now behind in X there. It's lost briefly there by Caden Walensky. His 4 goals on the season, Walensky. Now the Raiders can work it back around again. It's number 15, Jack Minetti. Watch out for 10, Kevin Joe. 6 goals for him on the year. Aiden Villano, number 17, leads his team with 15 goals on the year. And now the Raiders work it again. Jones. Defended there by Rawlings. And there's a shot there. It's wide, but will stay with the Raiders as it was Kanan Walensky who was closest to it. Amato will be defending him. And Walensky will look to get to work for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's only been a short amount of time, but Hillsboro staying on the offense.
Valino, there's a goal.
Yeah.
Aiden Valino with his 16th on the year, Brad.
Yeah, just not a good start for Central. The same thing seems to be happening over and over again. We saw this where Central just can't get it on offense. Hillsboro stayed on the offense for the first 2 minutes of this game, not even 2 minutes, and they automatically connect with a goal. You know, last game, Central lost 14-1 to Bernards, and they definitely do not want to repeat of that. So Central has to turn things around quickly because a goal this early in the game is not a good look.
Marrero now will be going to the face-off circle. Him and Rawlings usually splitting time, it will seem like. There's Marrero. He gets it popped up. Both players looking for it there. Flynn may have it. Smith can kick it forward towards Meyer. And here's Meyer. Griffin Meyer can go for the Red Devils. Mansell, early shot. It's wide and high. Really a very good look there by Mansell. Accuracy a bit off, but Meyer can stay with it. Terracone is in there for the Red Devils. We'll see Ethan Washington work from a deeper position as he is now. So the midfield will be Decker, McNally, Ethan Washington, and Ben Cortelli, at least on the attacking side. Big get back for the Red Devils from injuries. Decker McNally, Brad.
Yeah, Decker McNally was hurt against Watchung Hills, which Decker McNally is one of, if not their best players on offense and in general. So to have him back is huge, especially on senior night.
Cortelli, one victory they can take from the Bernards game. Cortelli opening his count with the goal. A hugely important moment for him. Some player that deserves it. Worked incredibly hard in the offseason. Cortelli, big moment for him to score against an opposition like Bernards. And hopefully for them, they can keep it on because they're going to need some goals from midfield, the Red Devils. That's for sure. Terracone, the pass was a bit low, but couldn't quite control. It was tipped, so we'll stay with the Red Devils. And here's Mansell on it now. And he can work it for Cortelli.
Central got to stay on offense here. Don't want to keep it a fast pace. Slow the pace. Try to find good looks is what you want to do.
And Cortelli taking the ball on a long little run here. Now behind. Good little drop of the shoulder as he goes to his right. Cortelli almost looked like he was going to wrap around. It's inside there. Meyer has a good look. That's wide. And Mansell and Ethan Washington the closest to it. So, again, we'll stay with the Red Devils. They look very, very dangerous here in the attacking half.
Yeah, 2 good looks early on. Can't get them to go, but you got to think if they keep getting these looks, one of them's going to fall eventually.
There's Mansell. Ooh, his little swim move over the top there. Just couldn't quite keep the control. And now the Raiders can come away with it there. Xander Borowski with the ball right now, running up the field, and now can pass it up. Good little spin there that time to get away from Amato, and likewise to get away from Flynn. And the pass on the floor is completed to Walensky. Now Flynn defending. We've seen him work not only in the defensive zone, but attacking for the Red Devils this year. They've been a bit short on goals, as we said, so he's been a good addition for them, both in the attacking and defensive half. There's a shot there. Great save by Turnbull. Shot by Kevin Jones that time. It was a bit of an awkward height for Turnbull, but did well to get his stick on that and parry that one away. The Raiders still will have it, though, behind there in X. Foster, the defender.
Yeah, Turnbull's been great this season. As you know, he's not great, but he's had a good season.
Valino again.
Just as I say that, however, that's the second goal for Hillsboro, and just a bad start, 2-0.
Every time you say something, Brad.
Yeah, but, you know, the thing about Turnbull is he has now a 61-61 ratio, but you got to understand that Central's on defense most of the time. Turnbull's protecting the goal 90% of the game. When you're protecting the goal 90% of the game, it's definitely a lot of stress on the goalie, and it's just not giving him time to prepare for when Central's on offense and they can transition to defense. So although Turnbull is some to blame for the goals, you got to protect some of them. Central's defense has been a huge problem as to why I believe all these goals are coming.
At that time, Valino with a very, very easy, clear look and able to convert there. Here is the face-off taken there by Rawlings. Had it, but then fell, so couldn't quite control it. It's Dan Allen who can control it for the Raiders. Down that left side, Flynn and him collide. Timeout, though, briefly by the Raiders.
Interesting timeout call here from Hillsboro. You know, already up 2-0, but I guess maybe just had something in mind, just couldn't get to connect, just want to talk things over. But I think that's good for Central that Hillsboro called that timeout, because I think Central is really the one that needs the timeout right now.
Yep, Central unlucky to come up empty-handed on that first offensive possession. But really the story is, so far they've lacked in the face-off department again today. Now 0 for 3. So they're really going to have to get going there with Rawlings and Marrero. Both can be capable from there, but just haven't found the success this season. And they've gone against some very, very strong face-off players. But today, though, this is a face-off match, you know, where you think you play Bernard's, one of the top public schools in the state, Pingree, one of the top private schools in the state. You know, probably going to be difficult to win face-offs there. But against Hillsboro, against Watchung Hills, schools like that, Red Devils should be able to compete there for sure.
Yeah, and it seems that they're winning some of these face-offs, but then once they win it, they just lose control of the ball, and that allows Hillsboro to get it. So I don't think winning the face-offs is the issue. I think it's more just keeping the ball in it, like in the net. Just got to
Coming away with it.
Yeah, just got to come away with it. That's really the problem. It seems that they're winning them, but yeah, like you said, they're just not coming away with it.
So the Raiders will take it there on that far side, if you can see, as the referee's circling his hand to start the clock there. Defense is Flynn. And now the Raiders can look to work something here with Jack Minetti as they work it around. Back for Walensky. Minetti will go again, this time Marrero, the defender. Oh, good move there. That time a spin. Pass is a bit high, though, that time there. It was good work from Jones. Just couldn't connect the pass. It's still there. Mansell can't reach it. Matt Smith can, though, and can advance it very well for the Red Devils, who have numbers. Here's Smith. Looks for Mansell. Couldn't control. Able to come up on the ground ball. Almost falls. Spins away. Still has it.
No,
oh, never mind. Lost it, excuse me. And the Raiders can go the other way with Valino against Flynn. Valino will almost will shoot now inside. Surely have a shot now. Turnbull, good save, though.
Yeah, and it looked like Central had a really good look, but that just looked rushed overall, you know, not really having control of the ball, which allowed Hillsboro to almost get another goal, but a good save by Turnbull there.
Yeah, Villano there able to push the ball very aggressively there. Danger man clear. Already 2 goals for him on the day. Turnbull now will work it around there. Was pressed by Caden Walensky. And now Simons can advance that one up there. It was a good take by McNally. And Smith and Marrero can get off to allow Washington to check in for the Red Devils. McNally for Nick Terracone. Critelli. Critelli with some time to go to work here. Goes to his right. Finds a pass for Mansell. Now works it for Terracone.
He's got a lot of room.
Yep, loads of space for Terracone. Now Washington, the danger man for the Red Devils, goes to the middle now for McNally. Bit of a patient approach here from Hunterdon Central.
Yeah, Washington's had a really good year as well, especially that they're only winning against Rutgers Prep. He had that game-winning goal in overtime. Also has 2 other goals, excuse me. Great season for him.
With 4 goals for Washington on the year. We saw that very good one he scored against Watchung Hills. Here's Mansell, a opportunistic effort, and he made it count there. Liam Mansell for the Red Devils, able to cut the lead in half. That's a good finish from him.
Yeah, that's his 3rd goal of the year, Liam Mansell, and that's a great goal for Hunterdon Central. Had a bad start, very bad start, 2-0. Now making it 2-1. Perhaps can get some momentum for Central to keep them going on the offensive side and potentially tie this up for the first quarter. As Central, you know, really hasn't scored a lot of goals in a lot of games. The highest they scored was 9 in the win against Rutgers Prep, but in losses, their goal numbers are very low.
Yep. Today, though, one probably should have had a couple more, and especially in that first possession. Marrero hits that one up way up this time. Mansell tried to get the ground ball. I think he stepped over the face-off line. May have gotten pushed, though, and because of that, will stay with the Red Devils.
Yeah, Marrero, good effort for the face-off, but goes Central's way. Now, another chance for Central. Just tie this up at 2-2. Keep the momentum going.
Good spin work there from Mansell. Able to cradle the ball and protect it well. Now can find Decker McNally for Critelli. Haven't seen too much of Ditchy or Duffy yet in this one for the Red Devils. 2 options for them to come off the bench if they need. Here's Critelli. Oh, look, the attack there. Critelli makes it count. And that's what that 1 goal does for him, Brad. Has the confidence now to make plays like that.
Yeah, what another goal for the Red Devils. Critelli, it was just 2-0. Now it's 2-2, just like that. Central is right back in this game. 2-2, very close game in the first quarter. Back and forth, these teams are exchanging goals. And I have a feeling whoever gets this next goal is going to be a very big impact on who wins this game.
And that's why all that work on the wall paying off there for Critelli there. Good work for him, not only to cradle, get his body in, and very accurate strike in the bottom corner. And now the Red Devils knotting things up at 2. This face-off becomes interesting if Rawlings scoring it. Potentially the first lead of the day for the Red Devils. Still a long time to go here. 4:40 to go in this first quarter. Let's see what Rawlings can do for the Red Devils on this face-off. Oh, almost had it there.
Yeah.
Hit up very high. Smith is close to it. Mansell may come away with it. That was pushed out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Devils there.
It looks like Rollins had it for a second on that face-off, but just went up right in the air and couldn't recover it.
I believe it was number 19, Dan Allen, who hit it up in the air there for the Raiders.
Now 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Been a very fast-paced first quarter, lots of action.
Here's Hawes. There's Jones. Walensky now. Oh, good work there from Foster to get that one away. It's recovered by Simons. All he could do was just get it away, though, and now it's quickly turned back over for Lorcan Hawes for the Hillsboro Raiders. And handed off there to Kevin Jones. Is Santa Barbara working it around? Still at the top there. Ooh, good work on that corner to beat Simons. Help comes in the eyes of Amato here. The pass is low. Flynn in front now. Now worked around here by the Raiders. Marrero defending. There's almost a shot from Minetti. Had me fooled for sure. There's Jones. Very dangerous from that sort of distance there with Minetti. And, of course, Villano with the 2 goals already. Here's Jones. With a running start here. Ooh, good work from him. He'll have a go. That one's wide there. It was a screen that Flynn bit on there, as well as a little drop of the shoulder and the jab of the left hand, or the left foot, excuse me. It opened up, but couldn't quite hit the target that time. 2:48 to go.
Yeah, that's a great juke move, and Hillsboro's been on offense for quite a while now, about 1:30.
Jones shot, and it's in there. A beautiful finish there by Kevin Jones. It was coming for him. Missed just 30 seconds prior, maybe 20 seconds prior, and that one's a good, tidy finish for him. So the Hillsboro Raiders extend the lead now 3-2. The Red Devils will have to answer.
Yeah, Turnbull just looked like he kind of slipped and just didn't get the reaction in time. Now a 3-2 lead for Hillsboro. So Central, they are still right in this game, tied it up at 2-2, but Hillsboro regains the lead. And like I said, just a back and forth first quarter, and see if Central can respond.
Yep, certainly thoroughly entertaining for any neutrals out there. For the Red Devils, it will be a bit frustrated, certainly, that they don't have more of a foothold in this one, but still a chance for them before this quarter is over, to at least tie it up. Marrero will fight for the face-off and finally able to win that one, but is swarmed immediately. Yeah. It's a ground ball still there, and now it's picked up by Hunterdon Central as I can work. Ooh, and as I say that, it's turned over there at the crucial moment, and the Red Raiders can go the other way with Dan Allen. And now they can control things here with Lorcan Hawes. Was rolled there on the ground there. Interesting decision there, but
yeah,
picked off.
Fouls the defender on Central. Would have went right for that.
There was Norbut there on it now, number 36 for the Raiders. And he'll attack. Now goes to the right side, away from goal. Gives it to Minetti behind there.
Yeah, and this is how...
Jones, I should say.
This is how Burroughs scored their first 2 goals. You know, they kept the pace on offense. Looks like he lost that there.
Could have been a good effort there. It's still on the ground inside. Maybe for the Raiders to get something with it. It's Turnbull who does well and can come away with it. And now looks for John Flynn,
A lot of room.
who can push things here. Here's Flynn for the Red Devils.
Yeah.
Lost it there, but will pick it up very quickly. And now can push things up here. Flynn for maybe Meyer here. Doesn't have a lot of options.
Oh, yeah, Hillsboro's charging everyone. You can see the anger of Flynn. Yeah, a bunch of people just running right up to him on Hillsboro.
Was pressed very aggressively there, Flynn, but did well to control things there and get it up the field for the Red Devils. Hawes there with that great opportunity. Just lost it in the nick of time there as he was shooting. You could say just almost fumbled out of his netting there.
Yeah, looks like someone called a timeout. Not sure who. Obviously one of them.
And now, I believe Hunterdon Central here did call it. Wasn't sure, but they don't need to talk things over here. We'll have 117 if it is their ball. 117 for them. A good opportunity for them now to get a good possession and try to knock things up at 3 apiece here before this little intermission.
Yeah, I think it's a decent time. I'll call a minute and 17 because, it's been a back-and-forth game. Got right back into this game at 2-2. Allowed Hillsboro to retake the lead. So, with minimal time left, they're definitely going to want to talk things over and try to tie this up at the end of the quarter because, it's 3-3. Going into the first, it's anybody's game at that point. Still is anybody's game, but that gives Central a little more of momentum, knowing that they have the game tied at the end of the first.
I tell you what, Brad, both teams look very dangerous going forward, especially the Red Devils. They've had only about 4 possessions, and they've scored on 50% of them now. Should have had a goal in that first possession, but just couldn't make it count, though. Had some good opportunities. And as for Hillsboro, they're taking a more patient approach, but they're getting some good looks as well. So it's very much a game of offense here. And the team with probably most possession is going to win it. And Hillsboro, at the moment, is leading the possession category.
Yeah, that's them. The shots over there. I have no. Yeah.
We're going to do it end of quarters and most timeouts. Or even during break. Yes, we will. Yeah, we will. I didn't realize they were coming into the...
Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. But
so here we go with Meyer. And that's Critelli behind again. He's very quick, Critelli will tell you that. Here's Deckard McNally to his right, spins there, took a shot to his head. Good work from McNally. Could have maybe shot that one. Mansell, spin, beautiful from Mansell. Ooh, couldn't get that one to go there. Sieglobe, great save there for the Raiders. Great opportunity again for Mansell. Here's Washington.
Yeah, Washington's very good in clutch time.
Oh, lovely from Washington. Ooh, did everything but finish it off there on his weaker right side there, Washington. But took some very hard hits there. Great strength from him and low center of gravity. The Red Devils will keep it with about 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, 2 great looks, great spin moves in both of them. Couldn't get them to go. Now with 30 seconds, they need something before the end of this first to tie it up.
Here's McNally.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep, he heard it before and was out. And now it looks like he re-injured it there, so...
Yeah, bad landing.
Bad there. Yep, you can see it's a muscle injury there.
Yeah, and with this injury time, we'll be right back. And we are back here. And obviously, Deckard McNally, he's still coming off the field. Hope he's okay. Hope for the best. Never want to see injuries. Looks like he landed awkwardly. He had that hamstring injury, against Watchung Hills, I believe. So now, hopefully, it does not come back because he's a key player on this team. One of Central's best players on offense. And when you lose him, that's a big loss in the team overall.
Yeah, I don't know if he came back against Bernards, but I know he was out against Watchung Hills. I think probably only missed a couple games with that pulled hamstring. But with a muscle injury like that, it's hard to come back from something like that because, it's not like a sprained ankle or like a broken bone where it just heals. It's a specific timeline with that. It's kind of based on how the body feels, how the muscle feels, and if you come back too early, it could be, something like this where you re-injure. And for McNally, too, we'll be going to Pace to be a punter there, and some people were a bit surprised he was going to come back to play lacrosse here, but obviously wanted to finish it out his senior year. So for him, don't know if we'll see him back out there, but I don't know if we want to risk it, with the D1, Pace in the back of his mind there, similar situation with Trevor Fish last year. He ended up playing at 71 points for the Red Devils. Owen Bill played 2 and almost led them to a state title his senior year, so we'll see what happens. But all prayers go to him here. It's still 28 and a half seconds, so I think the Red Devils will resume with possession right around the 25.
Yeah, and these seconds are going to be very important because, like I was saying earlier, tying it up at the end of first would be huge for Central, knowing it's a tie game and the next goal takes the lead once again. Just waiting for the game to resume. Looks like it's about to now. Everyone's getting on the field.
Well, McNally had the ball and then fell. But I guess they give it to the Raiders. Interesting decision there. So the Raiders said we'll start with it.
So now if you're Central, you just don't want to allow another goal before the quarter.
Yep, certainly. Clock has not started, but
yeah, it looks like just no one's there to keep
shot
control.
Inside.
And no one's there to keep control of the clock.
Something, so they set it to 19.
Yeah, so they're restarting the clock right now, resetting it. There we go. So 16.8 seconds left in the game. Hillsboro had a missed goal there, just a little bit high. So now they still have another chance.
Yep, so they'll get it behind here. Defender is a motto for the Red Devils. Passed outside to Jones. See if they can work something. Last 5 will spin. Has a shot. Turnbull, good save. Only 2 seconds to play, and that will do it for the first quarter. So stay tuned. We'll have some trivia coming up for you here. Stay tuned for the rest of this. We're live on HGTV. So second quarter action back here. The Red Devils trailing by a score of 3-2 to the Hillsboro Raiders here. And the Raiders able to win the faceoff there and get things started. There's a flag on that far side though. Another one. And now whistles.
It's actually the first flag of the game, so not too many, especially in that first quarter. There was none.
I think it will be a turnover. Oh no, it's on Rawlings there.
Yeah, not sure what happened.
It may have been something with the face-off, maybe holding or something on the face-off there. Held the stick down, stepped on the stick or something. But regardless, the Red Devils will be down a player here. Not what they were looking for. To only have to defend with 5. Usually like to work the 3-2 zone. But we'll be now down a player here. We'll have to be very, very switched on here not to concede another goal and go down 2. As the Raiders can work it around here. We'll have a lot of space. The Red Devils staying compact. It's back out there for Hawes. Pass was a bit loose there for Minetti, and the Red Devils able to catch a break.
Yeah, good break for the Red Devils. Now coming back on offense. Just wanting to get it 3-3.
Now we'll have to advance this one. The pressure coming from Hillsboro. Turnbull all the way up there.
I'm not sure what he was going for there, I guess. Put a lot of trust in his players to get that one.
Going through the long ball there. They didn't pay off, though. And now the Raiders can go again here. The Red Devils have that man back on there, so we'll be defending now with 6. The Raiders still been pretty patient so far in the possessions all day. There's Haas there. They've been working around slow, but then they see some opportunities to attack, and they're not shy. And here's one here from Minetti. We'll pull it back out, though. And they'll work it around again for Haas. He'll go to his right. Watch out for Villano on this near side here. Inside, though, there's a shot, and it bounces in there. Beautiful finish that time. It was Haas, I believe. Yep, was Lachlan Haas with the goal for the Hillsboro Raiders. So 4-2 now, the advantage.
Yeah, just like that, Central's down 2 again, this time 4-2. Great goal by Hillsboro to kick off the second quarter, and now Central's right where they left off. Now got to get 2 more goals in a row to get right back in this game.
And we got another shout-out to one of our players, Washington, number 10.
So Marrero against Allen again. It's been either him or Rawlings this whole day here. And Marrero really needs to win this one for the Red Devils. Unable to push it out in front, but the Raiders are on it quickest there, and they could advance it and get into the zone there. There's a shot there.
Ooh,
Turnbull, easy save that time.
Yeah, good save by Turnbull. We know he's capable of making those saves, as you just saw right there.
Marrero for Turnbull. Good pass up. Here's Ditchy for the first time today. Couldn't take it cleanly, but gets on it again quickly. Ditchy can go for the Red Devils and now can move things up on this right side. Meyer is the closest to the ball at the moment for the Red Devils, but it's back for Ditchy. And it's to see what the young sophomore can do. Of course, McNally out now, so expect to see more of Ditchy and Duffy out there. Critelli will have to take a bigger role. And Duffy and Ditchy both out there to start this one in the first possession in the second half for the Red Devils. Here is Jake Ditchy. Ditchy will have a go, and almost there. And the Red Devils can stay with it here. Terracon, great effort to keep it for his team. I love to see that. Not shy from the young sophomore, Jake Ditchy.
Yeah.
Here's Washington.
Whistle here. Not sure what happened.
Looks
like
like
a
a
turnover.
moving screen from Ditchy there. And it was an interesting call there. Looked clean, but the Raiders will take it nonetheless here. Down that right side. Big hit there from Mansell, but it's kept by the Raiders, and now they can control things here at the 30 there. And we'll give things off to Villano here. Doesn't do a lot in the build-up, Aiden Villano. Hasn't had too many touches, but when he has, he's always got an eye for goal. 2 goals for him on the day. And here is Villano. Gets it from Hawes. Oh, beautiful spin from him. He'll have a shot. Bounces high there. Thought he was going to pull it a couple times there. Fooled everyone and then just bounces that one high. And the Raiders can control behind there. Foster the defender. They can work it around Ben Norbit now. Defended by Smith for Minetti. Villano now. Here's Hawes. Inside. Oh, good luck. Minetti. Shot goal. And Hillsboro now up 3. Beautiful move from them there. The cutters inside. Just lulling the Red Devils to sleep. And then striking at the crucial moment there. Excellent work from Hillsboro.
Yeah, it seems like the same thing every time with this Central team. They keep struggling because they stay on defense for so long. This entire second quarter has been Hillsboro offense 24/7. And because of that, Central's defense is getting tired all around. The offense is fresh, but the defense is nowhere near that. Because of that, it went from 2-2 to 5-2. Hillsboro Central needs to react ASAP.
They need to get some work there in the offensive half. I've not seen anything. I don't think Myers had a touch all day. Mansell, haven't seen anything from him in this second half.
Yeah, Meyer was very quiet against Watchung Hills, too.
And he's kind of that player, Meyer, where he has some very, very eventful games and then some not-so-eventful games. Flynn, though, has the ability. Gives it off, though, to Mansell. Now it's Terracone who's behind. Meyer is in front there. And Critelli now in there. Duffy coming in once Flynn can get over. And here is Duffy. His first touches of the day for the Red Devils.
I don't know what happened there. Not sure.
I think it was an offside there.
Yeah,
Brad.
probably. 7 minutes left to play in the second quarter. A couple minutes gone by.
Believe Duffy went over before Flynn crossed. Crucial error again by the Red Devils. Could be wrong, though, but still another turnover nonetheless here. And it just cannot afford to be giving possessions away at this stage of the game. Under 7 to go in the third quarter.
And look at this, Hillsboro once again just slowing the pace on the offense. This is really just getting Central very tired and allowing Hillsboro to just keep it for as long as they want. And then when they find the good look, just get another goal and extend this lead.
Villano, again, the threat on that left side. Oh, behind, and there the Red Devils catch another little break there, luckily. And now they can try to get something going here. Get a goal back here. It's been halfway through this quarter. Still nothing to show for it for Hunterdon Central. Pass is very awkward there. Just about controlled, though. Ooh, on the floor again. And the Raiders quickest to it yet again. And now they can control things. A turnover again from Hunterdon Central, Brad.
Yeah, and it's just like, I know I repeat myself, but it's the simple mistakes. And, Central has all these opportunities, and they, by the snap of a finger, just get them away. And now Hillsboro is just going to do the same thing they've been doing. Slow the pace on offense, keep the ball movement going, find the good look, and hopefully get the goal.
So Washington out there now in a defensive role. Bit of a slip there, but keeps it. He's defending on the ball now. They're on Hawes.
Yet if I'm Central, I press them on defense. I get right up on there because, this is just a slow momentum. They're not really getting up close. I get up close and force them to keep them with fast pace.
Ditchy out there as well, defending for the Red Devils. No Amato, just Flynn and Simons. No Foster either. Only two big sticks out there. There's Villano. He's inside. Beautiful finish from number 17 there. Aiden Villano with his hat trick.
Yeah, and this is just becoming a blowout at this point. 6-2 Hillsboro, and we're still in the second quarter. Yeah, you really just got to hope that Central just
second, I've been saying third.
Yeah.
They call it back, though. Think it was a crease violation.
You still got a whole third and fourth quarter, so this game's nowhere near over. However, it's just all Hillsboro right now. You see that deep pass. I'm not sure what they're going for with these deep passes. I mean, obviously they're putting a lot of trust in their guys to get them, but it's just not working out, and that forces another turnover. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, the Red Devils getting fatigued. You can see there. Loads of time on defense. Amato back out there. Foster, Flynn, they got the big sticks out there.
5 minutes left in the second quarter. Very slow-paced second quarter compared to the first.
Certainly. So Villano with a beautiful finish is called back there. Still a big threat there. He's unmarked at the moment. He wants the ball. Now met by Marrero, who loved this matchup, Villano. Good help from Amato. And they can work it again around. The Raiders just kind of moving the ball around the perimeter, but they work cutter zone inside, definitely work the interior. Every Red Devil defending has to stay switched on at the moment. It's very hard physically, but very hard mentally as well. There's another cutter in the middle. As I say that, Villano gets the hat trick, and the lead is 6-2 for the Red Raiders.
Face-offs and defense, it's just the same thing every single game. I mean, the defense just has to be gassed at this point. We really have not seen any offense from Central at all, except for like the first couple minutes. And Central, I'm sure that was Central calling a time, I believe. And that's a much-needed one. I really don't. If you're Central, you just got to hope for the best at this point in the second quarter that your defense can come up clutch and force a turnover, because that has not happened. That just simply has not happened in the second quarter. And, yeah, like you said, the face-offs, more specifically, they're the main thing right now, in my opinion, because I really don't think they've won any face-offs except for like maybe one or two. And when you're only winning that many face-offs in lacrosse, that's a big factor, because that face-off sets the tone for how the teams are going to play in that setting. And Central just hasn't played well.
That's why the Red Devils, it's not the fact that they're just losing face-offs and kind of giving possessions away in that point. The turnovers, they're giving away a lot of possessions, losing face-offs and giving away cheap turnovers. And the Raiders just have really a lot of the ball so far.
The simple mistakes.
And now we look over on that Red Devils bench. No Decker McNeil. I believe he was carted to the trainer's room, so he will not be coming back. So they're going to have to ride with Dutchy, with Critelli in there, with Ditchy, Maybe we'll see Flynn get up there and they give him a short stick. It's getting to that point for the Red Devils, though. It's still early, though. 4:18, another half to go here. I was again a bit ahead of myself there. But the Red Devils, they can get a goal or two back here, will make for a nice second half for sure.
Yeah, still plenty of time. That's definitely 100%. So this game is not over at all. You still have, 24 more minutes of play after this, but it just does not look good for Central overall. They need to win these face-offs, get rid of those turnovers. If they do that, they can try to crawl their way back into this game.
So Allen again against Rawlings. Let's see who comes up here. The big crucial face-off here for both teams. And again, the Raiders quickest to it there. Though Matt Smith up there, Myers there, Flynn Good hack from Flynn, and Flynn there does what you want your leader there to do. Gets it a crucial ground ball for the Red Devils and gives them a big possession.
Yeah, finally Central's back. Oh, look at that. It's just the turnovers, man. But maybe they can get it back. I just don't know. It's like they have the ball on offense. They
There's
still do.
Flynn the shot.
And it's disastrous. Yeah, it's like they're. Oh, whoa.
Smith there is a very
They got it back, yeah.
very end-to-end at the moment. And Smith able to let it go.
It's like they have.
He let it go, but went off of him there. Interesting choice from him.
They have the ball on offense, have plenty of time, and then now it's just a dumb decision.
Shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here.
Yeah,
the
it's
Red
like
Devils.
they're beating themselves at this point. Just, it's annoying to watch because they can easily crawl right back into this game. There's still plenty of time, like you said, so we'll see what happens.
And if Hillsboro certainly was a bit more opportunistic and a bit more tidy with their possession, they should be out ahead. But they have not killed this game by any means, though. Red Devils still in it. Here's Turnbull for Smith. Good take from him. Batted down there, but will stay with Hunterdon Central. Villano hit that one up. And they let him advance it there. No problem. And Smith now can carry this one a bit further here. A bit farther, I should say, he'll turn. Has Duffy. Good take from him. Washington. And now they'll look to get him off and get Critelli in there, and that's what they do there. See if they give Meyer a touch here. Here's Washington. And we'll go for a little trot here. And now he'll go to work. He has a bit of a grace about him, Ethan Washington, when he's running with the ball at speed. There's a good pass inside for Mansell. It's been the Red Devils' biggest threat so far today.
Just over or under 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes left in this second quarter.
So Mansell goes around again. Shot there off the iron.
It's right back. Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, shot right off the iron. That was a good look Central had. Couldn't get it to go.
Stay with them, though, here. And now here's Ethan Washington. Again, does well to carry a couple hits. Terracone there getting out of his way. Washington now doubled.
He's been very quiet today, but still, he can.
Finally, Meyer can get a touch.
Light it up in those later quarters, Washington. We know he can. And like you said, Meyer getting his first touches of the game. And if he can get heated up, that'll be very good for Central. One of their best scorers. Leading in goals on the team right now with 5.
He's so comfortable on the ball there, Meyer. They need to get him more of it. Critelli shots a bit high off the bounce. Washington makes sure the Red Devils can keep it here. 1:42 to play.
Yeah, very slow-paced quarter. It seems like the first quarter just flew by. This quarter, it's a lot of whistles being blown compared to the first.
So the Red Devils' longest spell, certainly in this quarter, maybe in the half here, of possession. Here's Ethan Washington. Looks like Critelli will give him a screen. He won't use it, though. Will go to his left, his favorite side. Good look there, but a very nice hack there at the crucial moment on the stick of Ethan Washington, just to make sure he can get a clear look at that one.
Central will keep it. So they're getting lucky keeping all of these shots not going in.
Man, Sell now. Yep, they have a good looks for sure. Critelli. Good pass. Oh, just a bit loose that time. Duffy will try to gain it back. Ethan Washington can't quite get there. And now the Hillsboro Raiders can get the ball there in the attacking zone. Not before a timeout, though, for the Raiders. So 1:11 to go. Been a tough quarter for the Red Devils. Had a very, very good looks there, but just couldn't make it count.
Minute 11 now. Yeah, a couple good looks for Central, like you said, and then a costly mistake once again. So now being on the defensive side, can't allow another goal. You really just can't. It's already 6-2. You don't want to make it 7-2. You just want to either keep the score the way it is, or maybe force a turnover, get another goal. But they got to talk over a lot of things at halftime for sure.
Yeah, certainly 3 or 4 goals is not a huge margin. Certainly in a sport like lacrosse, talking about something like soccer, 3-4 goals is huge. But for lacrosse, you can get that back in about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, 100%.
But when it gets to 5 and up like that, it really becomes difficult, and it's mental too. The Red Devils used to being beaten down this year, and it seems like it's on the way to happening again, unless they can try to find some sort of mental victory and get things turned around.
yes, it's easily able to come back, but it's really just because the situation, Central's been in these situations 24/7, and they haven't been able to come back. All of these games have been blowout deficits, so it's just hard to put trust in the Central when they've been in these situations and they haven't capitalized on them. However, maybe mindsets have changed. Talk over things at halftime, try to get right back in this game. Now, looks like time is toe now.
Yep, almost a minute to go. The Raiders will have to try to get something in it. Another goal for Villano, who's got 3 already on the day. Here's Minetti. And there's Jones. Haven't called his name, the young sophomore, too much today. 7 goals for him on the year, scored 1 today. Here's Villano again. Ooh, a hopeful effort there. That's very high and wide.
Now 43 seconds left, still Hillsboro play.
Villano, they're working the ball to him a lot, I should say. It's always been posted up on the left side. Not uncommon to see in lacrosse have your best threat there. Saw that with Cardillo a lot when he was playing against the Red Devils in his time at Bridgewater Raritan.
Final 20 seconds here. Hillsboro trying to find a good look to end off the second quarter.
Here he is on his left side again. Oh, beautiful spin on Marrero there.
Looks like he had a good look.
Excellent help by Simons, who's doing a lot of work there. Again, past Marrero easily. Good save by Turnbull. It's still there. Shot, and it's in by the Hillsboro Raiders just at the crucial moment. 3.3 seconds there. And it was Walensky, I believe, that got that one to go there. It was Volano just toying with Marrero there. Simons had to come over to help a lot. Because of that, the space eventually opened up there.
Yeah, talk about clutch time in these final seconds. Hillsboro makes it 7-2. That's not what you want if you're the Red Devils. You already are down in a big deficit, and right at the end of the quarter, you make it even more. Something's got to give for this Red Devils team. Final 3 seconds. Probably just going to play this out. But, yeah, halftime, if I'm the coach for Lacrosse, I got to talk things over. You got to talk about the face-offs. You got to talk about the defense, how just ways they can improve, and maybe just try to sneak their way back into this game.
And we'll see what Vergolito and Tom Bill have to tell their team there, as Rawlings will try to win this face-off, but can't quite do it. It's been a tough half for the Red Devils, but still a whole another half to play here live on HCTV.
And we are back here on HCTV. It is senior night for the boys lacrosse team, Hunterdon Central Red Devils against Hillsboro, and it has not been the start that the Red Devils have wanted, as it was complete domination by Hillsboro in that second quarter to get them a 7-2 lead. And Tyler, the problem with Central has really just been the same thing for the past couple of games, face-off and defense, but more specifically today, the face-offs.
Yeah, that very, very. Ooh, as we say that though, they win one.
That's good. Well, let's see if they can keep it. And that's the mistakes right there.
Ugh.
They win these face-offs.
That's my fault that time, but.
Yeah, but it's like they win these face-offs, but they can't keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, they may win the initial phase of the face-off and look as if they perceive to retain control, but then the Raiders are very quick to get on it and then kind of force a ground ball situation and then able to pick it up. And that's what happened there. So for the Red Devils, they're going to need to try to get more possessions, and the only way to do that is to force turnovers and win face-offs. There's a shot, though, and an early goal there.
Wow.
Not what they wanted. Jones with his second. That's a beautiful move there on Matt Smith, and an excellent finish there. They didn't have a lot to shoot at there. Shot it overhead, no real backlift there. Had to go for accuracy, and was able to find the corner very well there.
Yeah, and it's really just looking like nothing's changing for Central. Right at the start of the second quarter, they win the face-off, don't get it. Hillsboro recovers. That's another goal. Keeping and extending the lead to 8-2. It's just not going well for Central at all. There's really just nothing else to say.
Well, can keep the positivity, though, for sure. Rawlings on the face-off now instead of Marrero. And it's Allen who can come away with it again for the Raiders. Flynn is onto it quickly. And Rawlings will fall back into his defensive position there. Flynn trying to corner Allen. He'll take it still.
Yeah, and I like the Centrals getting right up in their faces because that's what they need to do on defense now. Being down by so much, you want to get the press on defense. You don't want to stay that far away.
The lead is now 6 for the Raiders. There's Villano on that far side. We'll work it around here. And they'll slow things down. Ben Norbert out there, the junior, 2 goals on the year. He'll pass responsibility off there to Nick Santa Barbara, the senior. He'll go against Smith. He'll have an effort that's wide, but what Caden Walensky stays close, has 1 goal already on the day. And make sure the Raiders can keep it, maybe get another one here. Walensky against Amato. Good hacks there from Amato. The Raiders will have it again. There's Villano. Beautiful drop of the shoulder on Flynn. Gets by Flynn. Shot is very, very high. But again, we'll stay with the Raiders here. Inching towards that 10-minute mark left to play in the third.
These 10 minutes felt like 5 minutes. Or excuse me, these 2 minutes felt like 5 minutes.
The Raiders certainly will slow things down. Moving screen, I believe, there. So we'll stay with Hunterdon, or we'll be turned over to Hunterdon Central. Simons for Turnbull.
Now we're in the single digits. Under 10 minutes left.
Here's Flynn. They're occupied a good spot there. Can turn and advance the ball for the Red Devils. Can turn on it again. And now finds Critelli.
They just got to get a goal if you're Central. You know, being down by this much, maybe just at least 1 goal can spark at least something for Central to get them to try to sneak their way back into this game if they even can.
Duffy for Mansell. And Meyer again will always kind of occupies that center role. Didn't have too many touches so far in that first half. Duffy, though, will go towards his left. Now finds Terracone. Terracone will go. He'll have a shot there. Very close to getting in that time. Meyer keeps it for the Red Devils. Good effort, though, from Terracone. See if he can contribute a bit here in this second half. Needs something from him, Meyer, especially Griffin Meyer, to get going here. Washington was quiet. He's on the ball now.
Yeah, Washington's been very quiet today. I think he had like 2 goals against Watchung Hills, but nothing. Yeah, maybe. Nope.
Oof, and again, another decent look for him.
Yeah, he's getting good looks, just nothing yet. You know, everyone has those quiet games, but honestly, he really hasn't been quiet. Just hasn't gotten a goal. But you know, he's really good in times when they need him. Like I said, against that, in their only win against Rutgers Prep, he got that game-winning goal in clutch time, in overtime. So he can definitely give Central some momentum if he gets a goal.
Yep, that one was at the death here. The Red Devils thought that one maybe could have turned things around for them. A big win against a good team, Rutgers Prep. Hillsboro probably worse than them, but the Red Devils struggled a little bit today. Flynn there trying to pack. And there's a flag there probably on Flynn there as he extended the stick there. Big hack from Simons. Now the whistle will blow as it's turned over there. Santa Barbara did well to advance that one. They were trying to corner him in there, but will be turned over back to the Raiders.
Yep, another turnover for Central. And Hillsboro will be back on offense. Probably just going to keep it slow pace. You know, already up 8-2. You really don't need to do anything crazy on the offensive side. Just want to make sure you limit the turnovers.
So Flynn now will spend some time in the penalty box there. So the Red Devils will fall back to the 3-2 zone. Marrero, Smith, Simons, Amato, Foster there. Let's see what the Raiders can do here. Try to control things and look to get a goal here. Not passing the ball down. Very tight here. Good pass that time. I'm working it well. There's the opening lane. Very good save from Turnbull. Still, though, the rebound there is with the Raiders. And the work thing there with Hawes. They're moving things slowly here. Walensky now. Faked shot, and there's one there from Villano, though. Turnbull, good save. It's still there. Norbit is on it, and the Red Devils can't quite pick up the rebound. Walensky works it for Haas. Still around there. It's a shot that's high and over by Jones.
Yeah, I don't
understand. Stays with the Raiders.
I don't understand why Central just can't get this. It's like everything's falling into their hands, but Hillsboro just keeps it.
So here's Walensky. He'll have a go. This time is Amato who can come up with it. Will drop it there for a Turnbull, who now can control things, take the sting out of it. Here's Marrero for the Red Devils. Simons for Turnbull. Marrero, the Red Devils need to advance it very quickly. Marrero lost it crucially. And you can say the Red Devils bench mad there. Marrero not able to advance that one, and it's a turnover there. The clock expired there, the time that they get to advance the ball, and it will be turned over to Hillsboro there. It was a ground ball regardless that they were about to pick up there. Now they can control things yet again. Lorcan Hawes was on it. Now they'll work it for that left side. Villano usually there will be in the middle now.
Yeah, this is just light work for Hillsboro because they're already up by so much. You know, Central is pressing them a bit, but not doing too much. Hillsboro can just keep this offense at a slow pace. But it looks like maybe Central get it.
Don't speak too soon, Brad. There's Flynn.
There
now they need to do the work of advancing it. Number 33, James Mongo out there will be on it and look to help doing that. His dad, Mongo, a very talented Division I lacrosse player. Mongo, of course, main sport is football, but gets to call up the young sophomore up to varsity. Nice red chrome helmet. He was Washington now for the Red Devils.
6 minutes left in this third quarter.
Cratelli now can check in. And he can receive it here. Ditchy now there for the Red Devils. He can check in and get to work. So here's Ditchy to his left. Ditchy has an open lane. He'll take a shot, though. Probably should have scored there, Ditchy. No one came to meet him, though. Just couldn't convert, though. Washington tried to intervene there. And now hustles there. Back on defense for the Red Devils. The pass there is wide and away. And Simons can start things up for the Red Devils. 5:18 to play.
Yeah.
Oh, pass was high for Turnbull. Could have gone anywhere. Turnbull, though, will pick up the ground ball and run with it a little bit. Here we go. Turnbull. Here's Flynn. Beautiful from Flynn. Splits two. Flynn keeps going. His signature coast-to-coast run for Flynn. Shot is very high.
Yeah, good speed.
That big stick there gave him the high launch.
Yeah, good speed
angle.
Good speed from Flynn to get past defenders. Had a good look, just couldn't get it.
Meyer for Ditchy. Ditchy very raw, but has that eye for goal, certainly. Duffy. Ditchy now. Mansell is dangerous in that first half for the Red Devils. Hit in the head there. And Washington post there. The crowd not happy there with the hit to Mansell's head there. And the Red Devils will press again here, but it's broken easily. And Hillsboro advance the ball up now. And now they get it here in the stick of Hawes. And now very quickly up to Jones, but they do very well to recover there. Mongo, the closest to defending the ball there. It's Kevin Jones, and no, not the coach of the men's and the girls volleyball team.
Yeah, like I said, I like the press 100 Central we're doing, but it just nothing seems to be working as Hillsboro maintaining the offense.
Beautiful move there by Jones that time. Mongo, though, did well to recover. Simons came quick. There's a look inside. Great save with the foot that time from Turnbull from Minetti. Excellent save by Turnbull, really single-handedly keeping the Red Devils in the game. And now here's James Mongo for Hunterdon Central. Lost it, but gets it back quickly. Turnbull will have to advance it quick. And time expires. And now they'll go quickly. Open look for Jones. Wow, no way he missed that one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're already up 8-2, but still, that's an easy goal right there.
So another mini break caught there by the Red Devils. Simons again will go to retrieve. And here's Turnbull now. Good pass out in front there. Duffy able to sprint it up into the zone for the Red Devils. Duffy, will he go alone now? Finds Cratelli. It's been a bit quiet since the goal. Now here's Duffy. Farley now in there for the Red Devils, number 1. He'll get away. Now here's Ethan Washington. And will be on the ball immediately upon arrival. Here is Washington.
Yeah, and if I'm Central, I pick up the pace on offense. I mean, you just got to get a goal really quickly here, already being down a lot. Try to find these good looks, Want to pick up the pace here.
Terracone and Mansell exchanging passes. Terracone struck the post not too long ago. Here's Washington again. Critelli. Critelli, couple feints now, gets to work. Good shot from Critelli. Excellent save by Siegelub there. Beautiful, though, from Critelli. Good signs from the Red Devils there. And Mansell tried to have a hack there at the last possible time there on Hawes.
Final 2 minutes here, this third.
Now the Raiders again will look to take the sting out of things and will slow things down for sure here. But still looking to add on here. And it's the case with a lot of these schools knowing it's their best time probably to beat the Red Devils here. And they take pride in doing so. So Watchung Hills haven't beat them in over 5 years, was able to get the victory against them. Hillsboro similar.
Yeah, Hillsboro has not beat this team in 5 years either. Last time these two teams played, Central won in the blowout. 12-4 on April 11, 2023. Crater Fish were all on that team, and they scored a lot of goals. However, complete opposite of this game. This time it's Hillsboro decimating Central.
Yep, only 6 goals, though. The margin so far could be more, though. Turnbull has something to say about that. Good save. Simons is there. We'll try to bat that ground ball away. Turnbull is the quickest to it. Beautiful from Turnbull to evade, too, there. Very mobile, certainly. Now can find Simons. We'll just launch this one up. It was pressed there very hard, and it's picked off there by the Raiders, and now they're surging in on goal. Flynn is there. The pass is high. Jones, though, will get on to it quickly. It's still up. And timeout for Hillsboro. 54.6 to play.
Interesting timeout call there. See what that was for. Maybe just trying to come up with something before this third quarter ends to get another goal.
And interesting you say, Central 12-4 they beat them last year. Both teams in the Skyland Delaware so far. Central 1-6, 1-5 in the Skyland Delaware. Hillsboro 2-5, is 0-4 in the Skyland Delaware. So Hillsboro the only team under the Red Devils so far in the Skyland Delaware. But if they win this one, that will change here today. And the Red Devils will be in last place in the Skyland Delaware. An unheard of position for this program.
Yeah, Hillsboro 0-4, but probably going to get their first win of the series. We're in the Skyland Delaware, and that would be bad for Hunterdon Central, as maybe they would go down because of the tiebreaker that Hillsboro has on Hunterdon Central.
And teams in that there include Pingree, Bridgewater, Raritan, Ridge, of course, all in that one. And Central do have a difficult record. Play Ridge, Lakewood have played, and we'll have to play Bridgewater, Raritan. We'll play already played Pingree. Have to play some very good teams, but Central teams in previous years would have relished the opportunity to do so. But this team, though, struggling against those bigger oppositions and struggling currently certainly against the weaker ones as well. But Hunterdon Central there is going to have to try here, Brad, to turn things around here. Still a winnable game for them. Have a whole nother quarter to score 6 goals. And it's 6 goals in lacrosse isn't what it is, in some other sports. But they're going to have to start quickly here. 54.6 seconds. Cannot concede here.
Yeah, 54 seconds in this third. If you're Central, just don't allow anything else. You really just can't allow another goal at this point.
So Mongo and Marrero, the defenders there. Amato defending an X. And the 3 behind him is Smith, Flynn, and Simons. And Hillsboro now will go to work. There's a shot there. Turnbull, good save. Maybe, just maybe, the Red Devils can start something quickly here. 30 seconds to play. Here's Marrero.
Yeah, Turnbull's been very good in this second quarter, actually. He's been saving quite a lot of goals. Final 20 seconds.
And now they'll be able to advance it here. Is that Ditchy, I believe, on that far side. Ditchy has 12 seconds to work with. He'll have to go here and go very quickly. Ditchy will go. About 6 seconds for the young sophomore. Ditchy takes some hacks, ditchy turns, shot is wide, and that will do it for the third quarter. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere here. Fourth quarter action up very shortly. So fourth quarter action upon us very shortly here. The Red Devils have the face-off here against Allen. Marrero against Allen. They need to win this one if they are to start things off brightly here. And it's Farley who can pick up the ground ball for the Red Devils and maybe, just maybe, advance this one. And he does so, and the Red Devils have one face-off here to start this fourth quarter. Positive signs for them. Now just have to keep it and maybe try to score it here.
Just need something here at this point.
So Farley looking to get rid of it and finally able to do so, and with Joe Duffy. Here's Mansell. Washington into the game now for the Red Devils. Terracone, Meyer, Flynn now is up there. He'll get out though, and gets out very quickly to allow Critelli to come in. Mansell will try to go to work there behind. Screen from Duffy. And now here's Joe Duffy for the Red Devils. He'll go to the left. Now finds Washington. Pass for Critelli. Critelli, beautiful from him. He'll have a shot there and a goal. Ben Critelli, excellent there. Had a nice move there in the third quarter. That one very, very good, and an even better finish there from Critelli with his brace on the day.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Central needs right there. You know, still down by a lot, but that one goal can be huge for Hunterdon Central to keep the momentum going and keep the pace going. Get more goals into this fourth quarter and hopefully make it close.
And Critelli, the bright spot certainly in the last two games for the Red Devils. 3 goals for him in today and against Bernards. So maybe he's just finding form right at the crucial moment, Critelli, and they'll need someone here to pick up someone. As I talked to him, he said, we need someone to step up. And Critelli, no reason why it can't be him. Certainly capable of doing so. And Rawlings took the face off after Marrero won the last one. Rawlings loses this one. Flynn there, though, tries to pry that one away from Hawes. Just about gets it up there. And the Raiders can go again with Minetti. Minetti, they're able to find Norbit. And they can work it for Hawes. Norbit again. Villano was quiet in that third quarter. Very big threat, though, for the Raiders today. 3 goals already. Minetti will go. He scored today as well. Oh, beautiful move there on Amato. He'll recover as well, though, to keep Jones out there. He's on a hat trick as well. And they'll work it again. Here's Norbit.
Yeah, Hillsboro's doing what they need to do. You know, don't do anything crazy. Keep it a slow pace on offense. Drain the clock and secure the win. That's really what you need to do if you're Hillsboro right now.
Villano goes left. Shot is wide. And the Red Devils can stay kind of in this compact defense, you would think, for a couple more minutes. But once it starts to get a bit out of hand here, they're going to have to try to kind of come out of their shell a little bit and force some turnovers with the clock winding down. Passes high. And we'll be out of play there. So a good break for the Red Devils. Duffy will come in. And he'll get the whistle from the ref there. Throws it up. Oh, Flynn couldn't take it, though. Gets it on the bounce, though. Here's Flynn. Flynn, he'll have a shot and a goal. John Flynn for the Red Devils. what they needed there. A quick goal, the quick 1-2 there from the Red Devils, and they're back in this one.
Yeah, they're coming right back in. A fourth quarter comeback on the rise for Hunterdon Central. They're still down by 4 goals, but the fact that they've got these 2 goals and are now working their way back up into this game is huge. And if they can keep doing this before the time ticks, they can potentially get right back into this game. They're crawling their way back in, but they got to keep this momentum. They can't stop.
If they've half the lead there in 3 minutes, more goals, the same amount of goals they've scored all day here. Marrero, if he can win his face-off as he did in his last one, maybe, just maybe, they can cut it into it a bit more, though. As I said, still have a chance, so Flynn couldn't quite get it there on Allen. He'll go alone, and that's what the Red Devils needed, a nice little save from Turnbull, and this could spring another attack with Marrero.
Yeah, you got to hurry here. You cannot waste any time if you're Central. You got to pick up the pace on this offense.
They need to advance the ball. They've struggled to do so far today. Duffy is normally tasked with doing that. Good pass inside for Flynn. Ooh, off the bounce there. And you're throwing your hands up there, Brad. Another unforced error from the Red Devils. But we'll stay with them, though.
Oh, yeah. So staying with Hunterdon Central, that's great. But, yeah, it's just they got to limit these mistakes because these mistakes are so fixable. So if they can just fix these, which they are right now because they just got 2 goals in a row, so they just got to keep up this momentum.
Here's Critelli. A bright spot for this Red Devils today. Him and Mansell, their most dangerous players so far. Still have Meyer, though, who haven't seen too much of him. He's capable of changing a game for sure. So is this man, Ethan Washington, who's had some good looks, couldn't convert, though. The Red Devils have certainly had their chances. Duffy falls to the floor. Sets a good screen, though. Washington takes a couple hits. Some to the head, will spin again. Big hit there. Somehow keeps the ball.
Yeah, it's a flag right there. Yep.
Lost his glove, and we'll get the flag there after Santa Barbara was a bit too handsy there. So Terracombe will start things up.
8:08 left in this game. 8-4 lead Hillsboro. Was an 8-2 lead Central, crawling their way back in. Senior Knights definitely want this win. Do not want to be 1-7.
The youth here as well. Terracombe on the ball. Maybe, just maybe, a grandstand finish on the cards here for the Red Devils. Here is Critelli. Flynn. They want to work him in the attack now. Flynn, a bit of their kind of special card they play. Meyer almost lost it. Yeah, May still just does enough to keep it. Can spin away there. Good work from Meyer. He's got clear ground. Here's Mansell. Here's Washington for Flynn. Oh, Flynn, that was a poor pass from Washington. And he just didn't pass it to the stick, passed it almost to the midsection there. Flynn had to kind of turn his wrist and couldn't control that one.
Yeah, now with Hillsboro getting it back, if I'm them, I just slow the pace on offense. You know, you don't want Central to get back into this game anymore. So definitely keep a slow pace. Central's going to come with that press, but you want to try to get rid of it. But look at Central getting the ball right back, and now they're right back on offense, but maybe they're not. He loses it.
Great read by Amato. Flynn gets in his way, though.
Let's see whose it is. Oh, looks like a timeout.
Hillsboro bench very disappointed there because they know they were in control of the game, but just the mistakes allow Central to get a foothold here. And 7:20 to go here. The Red Devils were a bit more careful with the ball. Could have had some better chances and could have cut into this one a bit more. But 7:20 to play. As I said, the Red Devils in it, only down 4 here. Okay, scored 2 in 3 minutes, so they can certainly do something similar or even greater to try to cut into this one further.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of crawling their way back into this game. However, with only 7:20 left, they can't allow Hillsboro to get on offense any longer because Hillsboro is going to drain that clock. So Central's got to win these next face-offs when they happen. They just need to, because if not, it's an easy win for Hillsboro.
And the sun now setting here. Yeah, the whole field covered in shade here. The almost full moon blues, probably waxing gibbous there, rising up into the night sky here. And it's a beautiful day for some lacrosse here. The chrome helmets of the Red Devils look beautiful when they hit glisten on the sun. And certainly been a pretty entertaining game. A lot of goals. Was back and forth early on. Hillsboro had some control, but the Red Devils don't go down without a fight. That's one thing you could say about this team, clawing their way back in.
Yeah, 100% effort throughout the entire way. It's obviously what you want throughout any team, but Central's a good job at that. And it looks like Hillsboro's going to have it. Yeah. So Central's got to play great defense here. Oh, wow, great spin move, but there is a flag. I don't know who. I guess Central hasn't. There is a flag. Not sure on who.
Okay, let's see. And it's turned over.
Yeah, it's not good. That is not good.
Interesting just noticing quickly there, Brad. Haven't seen too much of Jesse Foster in the second half. Don't know why.
Yeah, Foster's a pretty good defender. He's been consistent throughout the year. So not having him on the field is questionable. But
Smith is the one with the long stick, rather. And now, as we say, that looks like he'll check in, but you see there Smith with the long stick. Already have 4 long sticks out there, so Foster does not check in. They'll stay with Marrero out there. And it looks like they're down a player as well here, the Red Devils.
yeah, with that flag, so that's not good. And look at this, Hillsboro are going to keep doing what they're doing. They're just going to drain the clock. And Central needs to press up closer, in my opinion, as that's what they're doing right now. You need to keep doing that.
Oh, good work there. Smith there intervening. Now we'll have to fall back. And now Mongo comes back in for the Red Devils. Manetti shot beautiful from Smith to put his body on the line.
Great
and he can try to pick up the ground ball and does so very well there. Excellent from Smith now for Turnbull.
Whistle. And a timeout again. A lot of timeouts called.
And that's what you want there from your defender there. Puts the knee on the floor, makes the body wide there, and able there to block the shot and get the ground ball for Smith and the Red Devils here. So 6:26 to go, Brad. What do you think they need to do to try to get back into this one?
They got to win these face-offs when they happen. They got to stay on the offense, and when they're on offense, they got to be fast-paced because with the time clicking, with the time draining, and Hillsboro are going to be draining the clock every single time they're on offense, Central just needs to hurry up, find these good looks, and try to find a way back into this game. They're still down by 4 goals, so although they've come back into this game, it's still a huge deficit with that little time left. So they just need to be consistent, be fast-paced. Do not let Hillsboro stay on the offense. And if they are on the offense, you got to press them and get really close.
Yeah, certainly for the Red Devils, they're just going to have to focus on advancing the ball here at the moment. Ditchy coming back in for them. That's a good sign for them. He has a lot of game changers on this team. He certainly can be one of them. If he can just find his shooting bearings here, his accuracy. So he has that ability, though, to attack the goal very well. And here is Duffy for the Red Devils. He'll get into the attacking zone and gets there quickly. Now can find Mansell. Back for Duffy. Split of the feet there from Duffy for Ditchy.
6 minutes left in the game.
Mansell. Ditchy again. Some movement inside from Meyer and Terracone. It's a turn, though, from Ditchy, who hits the deck. Flags thrown. And now the Red Devils have it again. Here's Washington. Beautiful fake from Washington. Shot is high.
Good look, though.
And again, it's another great chance from Washington. Just can't convert it, though.
Yeah, Washington's got a lot of great looks in this game, and they just aren't converting. But, you know, Washington does a great job of finding these looks to try to get Central back into this game. You have to think, after all these good looks he's having, one of them's eventually going to fall. Very fast-paced fourth quarter as well, except the time's ticked by.
So the Red Devils will be up a man, I believe, here. 6 versus 5, or 6 versus 6 if you count the goalie. But 6 versus 5 in terms of the outfield players at the moment. So this is their chance here to go quickly and get a goal. That being said, they'll have to find a good look here. Can't rush anything. Oh, Flynn almost loses it, though. Oh, luckily, Mansell's there. Don't want to lose the ball in this possession here. Washington.
You want to stay on offense for the rest of the game if you're Hunterdon Central.
Flynn. Mansell on the bounce back for Flynn. The Stevens Institute of Technology commit there, John Flynn. Here's Meyer, and now they're back to even strength. Hillsboro.
Yeah,
Here's Flynn who will pull it out.
They got to hurry if they're Hunterdon Central, trying to find a good look. Yeah, I get that, but with the time ticking and being down by 4, you need to find something quickly. It's a crunch time situation. You can't keep a slow pace here.
And now Flynn will check out for Duffy. Here's Mansell. He'll have to go for his team here. Could have maybe pulled the trigger. Instead, it's Terracone.
Yeah, good pressure by Hillsboro. Not allowing anything here.
Duffy. Washington. Shot from Washington. Again, just wide. And he's disappointed. Couldn't hit the target there. But good looks here from the Red Devils. Just where it's a bit too little too late for them, though. But they're going to have to keep pushing here. If they come up empty-handed here, it would be deflating.
Yeah, just keep on pushing. It's been a long drive for Central on offense. To not come up with a goal on this drive would be very disappointing.
Mansell will spin. Mansell shot there. Here come on the lights.
Yeah, it's a later game because it's senior night, trying to get all the parents to come in. So it looks like the lights are coming on in the crunch time.
A beautiful year. The lights we have here had them on for the girls' flag football game in the rain. Good weather, though, here today on Stewart Field for the Red Devils. It's been a good game, and hopefully for them they can pull it out here. But the Raiders, though.
Somehow he hung on to that, Hillsboro.
There's Hawes there with the beautiful work now. The Raiders will try to hold it here. Hunterdon Central is going to have to come out and press, though.
Yeah, and I don't know why they aren't. They're just not pressing, and that's not good in my opinion because there's 3:40 left and you're down by 4. You got to attack and press.
So here's Lorcan and Hawes for the Raiders. He gets by Marrero with ease. Now he's inside. Mongo and Marrero, the two at the top for the Red Devils. Of course, no shot clocks, so the Raiders will hold it. Mongo will have to go engage there. Beautiful drop of the shoulder there on the far side there. Jones is so quick nifty with the ball. He likes that matchup with the young sophomore Mongo, both sophomores.
2:50 left to play in the game.
Pass inside. Couldn't be taken there. Was a good look, though. Smith will have to press. Still no Foster out there for the Red Devils. That one is low. Amato did well. Was he out? No. Just kept it in there. Beautiful for Minetti to try to close this one out for the Raiders. They're going to have to try to keep the ball here.
And I would say this really is just closing out right now. And, 2 minutes, Hillsboro doing what they should be doing, draining the clock. Central's got to hope for a miracle at this point.
Oh, excellent again there by Jones on Mongo, just toying with him at the moment. Here it is with Walensky. Flynn, Marrero, big hit there, forces the turnover. Good work from Marrero.
Gotta be.
The Red Devils 158. They have to go and go very, very quickly.
Extremely quickly. You really just gotta go right up and get it, because the minute and 58. That's really, you need to do that like 4 times in a row. Just literally just run up and get it, because with that much little time left, there's nothing really else you can do.
There's Eddie Shin in the game for the Red Devils. Great pass from him to find Duffy here. Simons.
Yeah, and
We'll look for Cortelli.
Hillsboro does a good job at making Central get up all the way there, because on the half field they're doing a good job at pressing Central, and that's been a problem for Central, not getting it all the way up on the field. And Hillsboro's defense is a big reason as to why.
Terracone, good speed, Mongo. Here's Duffy. 126, Mongo will get off for Washington. Duffy, will he go for the Red Devils? Cortelli, give him a little bit of a screen there. Now here's Washington, is who they want on it.
Just over a minute left. Central need to hurry.
Washington, nice steps from him there. Can't get the shot off, though. They need to get a shot here soon, Brad. It's been a long possession with nothing to show for it so far.
And I don't get it. I understand they're trying to get a good look, but at this point in the game, good look or not, just try to get it in.
Maybe Terracone hadn't looked like he had a window there. It still goes, though. Washington, now the Red Devils probably just looking for a goal here. Washington to his right. Still goes. He'll have a look. It's high. And Meyer will try to keep it from the Red Devils. A very quiet night from Meyer. definitely true proof to be a difference maker. Critelli. Meyer now. Under 30 to go. Griffin Meyer for the Red Devils. Can he have a shot at the death? Meyer has a shot, and Meyer gets the goal there.
Yeah,
really what you needed to see from him way earlier, though.
Yeah, it's a great goal by Griffin Meyer, but, like you said, you just need to see that from him earlier. I think what Central didn't do good is they have minimal time to get all these goals as they're trailing, and they're just not going quick. I understand, like I said, you're trying to get these good looks, but with that much little time left in the game, good look or not, you got to try to get it in and get as many goals as you can, because now with 23 seconds left, there's nothing really Central can do.
Yep, certainly at the very least, though, a good moment from Meyer. On senior night, have his hockey teammates in the crowd, McMillan, Catalano, and the two Carpy brothers there to cheer him on there with that late goal. But like you said, too little, too late. But the Red Devils, they show a great fight here today. And here's Flynn.
Yeah, I don't think the whistle was... Hear the fans saying, stop the clock, and they did. Final 16 seconds. See if Central can just get anything these last 16.
Here's Washington. Can he get a goal for his tally at the very least here? He'll turn.
Final 5 seconds.
Ditchy.
Might as well keep it
Will
up.
he call it here? Ditchy. He'll look for something. Has a shot. No. And that will do it. 5-8. The Red Devils fall to Hillsboro on senior night here. Stay tuned there. We'll have softball tomorrow there. I'm Tyler Rodriguez. I was joined with Brad Romano today. Thank you for everyone who helping us out on this broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in and have a great night.